Nature Conservancy property out near, it's on Independence Creek Preserve out west of Ozona.
Okay.
So he got 2 does and a javelina out there.
There you go.
Another place that I hunt in Brazos County, we duck hunt out there. Used to have good dove hunting, but not the last couple. They planted cotton instead of corn or whatever, and so it's been terrible.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping when we go down here. He said the doves have been awesome the last couple of weeks. His stepdad said, but I was like, this cold front's coming through, we'll probably get down there and just push them all out.
Yep, unfortunately. Day 2, the final day of the 2021 Freetail Sevens live from the live music capital of the world. There is some hardware and some money on the line, and maybe most importantly, bragging rights as we start to look at the semifinals and the finals. A great day of action in day 1, 21 matches here at the Round Rock Multipurpose Complex, the world's only New Year's Eve rugby bash, and we saw it all. Fantastic tries on both the men's and women's side. Alongside Tim Sigmund, I'm Kit McConico. Tim, yesterday was just the appetizer. Today, it's the main course.
Yeah, for sure. You know, we really saw the teams separate themselves yesterday into these bowl and cup finals that we'll be seeing later on in the day as they go for that prize money. The big separation between these teams is really just the basic skills. The good teams could really spread the ball wide, finish off their tries, and the teams that got down lower had a little bit more trouble executing some of those passes and things such as that. So we'll see what they can do here in day 2 to turn that around as they try to compete for these bowl final trophies.
Day 1, hot and humid. Day 2, well, it is a breezy start here in Central Texas, and that may be a blessing considering the weather and the effect it had on some of the teams, particularly later in the afternoon.
Yeah, certainly. By the end of game 2 and 3 for a lot of these folks, we saw some cramping athletes out there, maybe didn't quite have the ability to finish what they did earlier in the day. And I think, we'll probably be a little lower in 70s today, a lot more cloud cover, definitely more breeze. That should have an effect on some of these conversions that may have effect on the final score of some of these matches. Certainly
something to keep an eye on. As we said, semifinals and finals fans making their way out here. If you're in Central Texas, we invite you to come and join us as well and take the opportunity to thank our entire crew, Next Level Rugby, and big thanks to obviously our tournament organizer, Ryan Walker, what he's been able to do. We've had a wonderful time. The second annual Freetail Sevens. We did it in 2019, took a year off last year, and we are back. And the question is, will we have repeat champions? The Phoenix, well, they won the women's side in 2019. Atlantis, they won for the men, and those two teams impressive in day 1 on both sides.
Yes, indeed. A lot of good rugby played by both sides. Great facility out here at the Round Rock Multi-Sports Complex. And for those who do want to come out, there's going to be 2 bands and fireworks during the day. Great facility, great place for the kids to come hang out. Good sponsorship here by Hooligan Sport. Got some great apparel from the tournament, singlets, long sleeve stuff. Just great facility, great place to bring the family here on New Year's Eve.
Indeed, we will have beverages provided by Four Tap Brewing Co-op. You mentioned the live music, bands from Austin and Nashville, so whatever your choice is in that one, plenty to choose from. Big thanks to Baylor Scott and White Institute for Rehabilitation, as well as Advantage Referee Communications and Next Level Rugby, as we are ready to get underway. Our Women's Bowl semifinal featuring that team right there in the pink and black Gorilla. They were 0-2 yesterday. They are taking on the local side in the purple and black of Rock Rugby. They were 0-2-1. Rock, well, they had a barn burner in their final match.
Yeah, against Warthog there. Ladies from the Air Force were able to tie it up 12-12. Both teams able to get some long-range tries in and just not able to finish right there at the end. Ends in a tie. Didn't seem like either team was really satisfied with that. But I think they were both gassed by the end of that third game and happy that it didn't have to go to an overtime to tax them even more before here we start the second day.
Ready to get underway. Rebecca Portlock is our official, the 28-year-old from Austin, third year as a referee. Has her hands busy off the pitch as well. And 4 dogs, 2 cats, and a lot of plants. So I would say she knows how to manage a few things at once. Underway, Gorilla taking the opening kick, going from left to right. Both these sides looking for the victory. A Pool A women's semifinal. Just 3 teams in Pool A. Phoenix, the defending champion. We will see them later, but it's Gorilla trying to get something going early on. A big fend, unable to get away. Nice tackle there. Kaylin Hampton unable to spring free.
Good break there from Gorilla. trying to get these hands, trying to get the ball to hand on these plays for them will be the key. That's something they had trouble with yesterday, was the ball hitting the ground on some poor choices on the offloads. And we see it again here early today. They want to clean that up if they have a chance here against Rock in today's match.
Early scrum, just shy of midfield. We'll see who has an advantage in the set piece. And as you said, Tim, both these teams, we saw flashes of great rugby, but it was just the unforced errors, those mistakes, poor passes that really kept them from putting a W on the board in day number 1. This one unable to hold on. Claire Coffin, she was outstanding. Number 13 for Rock. Ball in hand, as dangerous as just about anybody, but couldn't secure this pass.
Yeah, she was the one to finish most of the tries for Rock yesterday, particularly those from long range. Just able to get those long strides out there and finish from more than halfway twice to really get their tries on the board, but not able to hang on to that ball there.
19-year-old Oklahoma resident, deceptively fast with those long strides, and doesn't look like she's going until you see that she's made 30 meters and starts to pull away from the final defender. Another whistle will go against Gorilla.
Yeah, beginning of this game not going the way Gorilla wants, just some simple errors there. It looked like in the scrum may not have entered the way the referee wanted them to, and now we'll see what Rock can do with the ball.
A pair of Texan sides, Gorilla based in Dallas. Rock, they are the local side playing on their home pitch here. There is a Rock player down on the pitch. Never a good side.
Looked like it may have been a bit of a high tackle there, was the call by the referee, and maybe suffering some of the ill effects from that. We'll see what happens there. But really, so far on this side, errors being the name of the game, just some drop passes, some errant passes in open play, and then the scrum infraction there by Gorilla setting up Rock here with this penalty before the high tackle. And they'll have to get on a replacement player here.
And just 2 minutes in, Gorilla having to bring off a player. I believe that is Amelia Reed. Reed, the 22-year-old, wearing number 1, having to be assisted off the pitch.
If day one showed us anything, this Rock probably has the better potential for long-range scoring. Gorilla, in their only opportunity yesterday when they scored their single try, was really from short range, just to bowling over a couple of defenders and scoring from about 10 meters out. They were trying to put phases together, and if they're going to try to do that, they need to get better at these short-range passes and offloads to really work it down the field slowly. Otherwise, they risk, when you throw an errant pass, Rock has the ability to finish from anywhere, of getting the score run up on you quickly.
Yeah, we saw Rock do just that, able to beat one, and then it was off to the races. They're going to try to do that. Who else but Cawthon? It's so good, ball in hand. You see it as slippery as an eel is number 13, still on her feet, still cutting through, finally wrapped up.
Great moves they're making. 5 defenders miss. They can't ask for much more where there's only 7 on the field.
Rock with the opportunity. Can they get it wide? They have it. Oh, massive tackle there from Gorilla's. Ball spilled out.
Yeah, good passage of play there by Rock. They were getting where they wanted to go, but again, in that tackle, maybe just holding that on into contact may have been the better option. They were trying to lay it back and just not able to pick it up as she went back to pick that ball up off the ground and knock on, and now Gorilla has a chance to reset and attack for themselves.
You can hear the wind kicking up, gusts upper 20 miles with a conversion attempt. We'll see what effect that has.
You know, really so far right here, Rock has shown the ability to maybe hang on to the ball and put it through the phases a little better, but it's sevens rugby, so anything can happen quickly.
Able to find the offload. Another quick whistle. Trying to get something going. We will come back for the penalty.
So another scrum down here. Advantage to Rock on this one. They've keeping it on the Gorilla side of the field for most of this first half, hoping to get some points away from this at some point. You would think that they're going to try to get out to number 13, their fly half, who has really been the good finisher for Rock, and see what she can do here. She tries to line up there on the weak side. I thought she was going to be able to get that ball and go.
Hunkin there. Oh, good work at the breakdown. Hunkin doing good yeoman's work from Gorilla. Still Rock with it. They have dominated the possession and the territory, but they have not been able to find points. Really, that is all that matters. Cawthon able to get the offload, but couldn't find her target, and the passing woes continue. Rock still with it.
Yeah, unfortunately there they lost about 15 meters of ground. But the referee calls playing the man there as they were going down for that ball, and so they'll get the scrum down penalty here, or excuse me, scrum down off the minor infraction. I guess it was a knock on there in the tackle, rather. I thought she was calling a penalty. And this will be about our 7th scrum in the first half, which is sort of unusual for sevens rugby, but hopefully they'll be able to get some advantage and take advantage of space here.
I don't know that we saw as many scrums in an entire match yesterday as we've seen here in the first half of this one between Rock and Gorilla.
We go back. Yep, wheel back from already. You're engaged.
Lock, a few words there for Gorilla, and Rock with the restart. And the home team finds something. Cawthon able to elude one, slips through the hands.
Oh, great covering tackle there from the defense of Gorilla.
Massive work back with Cawthon.
Advantage game.
Trying to get something. Rock, they have numbers, but just couldn't get that final pass. Work at the breakdown, able to retain possession. Gorilla tried to poach it, could not.
Good cut back to the inside. The gap was there.
Miguel Kennard there. Cawthon is Gorilla able to take it away.
Gotta go in straight.
Yeah, referee's calling coming in from the side there, so a penalty.
Time is off.
Looks like we've got another injury. Is it an injured Rock player? And oh no, and maybe their playmaker.
I believe it is number 13.
For the Rock, yeah.
Cawthon down on the pitch, and that would be an absolutely massive loss for Rock if she's unable to continue.
Yeah, it looks like she's in quite a bit of...
The Lindenwood, our cup final in the men's division. May Madness comes to a close. Match number 92 on a 3-day weekend.
Not just for what they've accomplished this weekend on the rugby pitch and throughout their careers, but for what they're doing for this country and what they will continue to. Our most sincere thanks to these young men.
This is going to be exciting. These teams, as you said, have not allowed a point. Staunch defenses, high-flying offenses, clinical skills. These are the top teams in the country.
Feeder back on the inside, Darius Law has his twin brother Donovan Law for the opening field. Phelan cuts back in, looking for the try line. This man is electric. Is Phelan gets the first try in the final.
Back after the brief injury break, still scoreless. Our first match of day 2, match number 22. 36 in store in total. There's Gorilla and Rock here in our Women's Bowl semifinal. Rock ball in hand. They've dominated possession territory, but have yet to be able to come away with a try. We'll see if the local team can find points before that halftime break.
Yeah, really looking for something to break open here for them. There's been space to the outside, but Gorilla's done a good job of shutting down that outside edge each time they've tried to get out there. And they've lost their finisher, number 13, Cawthon, what appears to be a rib injury that's taken her off the field.
Who will step up with Cawthon not out there for Rock? Who will be the dangerous one? Ball in hand, and we may have an answer in quick response. Abigail Kennard dots it down. Did she? We will see. No, just shy. Kennard thought she had the angle. Great defense, able to get to her before she could get across.
Yeah, great cover defense there by Gorilla as number 2 broke it down the sideline. She was really looking for that gap, but caught right there at the end and dragged out of bounds. Good cover defense by Gorilla to keep the game scoreless.
A massive try-saving tackle from Gorilla.
I need someone in the tunnel block.
That is exactly what they needed in that situation. Line out to Gorilla, just a few meters from their own try line and very little time remaining here in the first half. Can they go the length of the pitch? If they can do it, anything possible in sevens. This ball kicked out to relieve pressure. Referee takes a look and the halftime whistle blows. So a scoreless opening 7 minutes. Half number 2 between Gorilla and Rock when we return.
It's the big one. Life v. Lindenwood, our cup final in the men's division. May Madness comes to a close. Match number 92 on a 3-day weekend here at the Gold Mine on Airline in New Orleans.
To these young men, not just for what they've accomplished this weekend on the rugby pitch and throughout their careers, but
it's the big one. Life v. Lindenwood, our cup final in the men's division. May Madness comes to a close. Match number 92 on a 3-day weekend here at the Gold Mine on Airline in New Orleans.
To these young men, not just for what they've accomplished this weekend on the rugby pitch and throughout their careers, but for what they're doing for this country and what they will continue to. Our most sincere thanks to these young men.
This is going to be exciting. These teams, as you said, have not allowed a point. Staunch defenses, high-flying offenses, clinical skills. These are the top teams in the country.
Feeder back on the inside, Darius Law has his twin brother Donovan Law for the opening. Phelan cuts back in, looking for the try line. This man is electric. Here's Phelan, gets the first try in the final.
And here's Adegoke. That's the girl we were looking for. She has got unreal speed, and she just
Another long run. Just had one denied at the end of the first half because they were going to.
Warner with a little gap. Warner slips through. This is brilliant. It's a bank heist from Colson Warner.
Headed towards the try line and dots it down. He is good. This run there from Claire. Claire looks for a teammate, finds a teammate, gets Annie Henderson. She is looking for the corner. She has beat a couple of people. Is there a cover defense coming across? No.
It's the 2021 Collegiate Rugby Championship, and this
It's the world's only New Year's Eve rugby bash, and what a way to wrap up 2021 and to ring in 2022 than to be right here at the Freetail 7th Rugby Tournament. Glad to have you with us in Central Texas. Big thanks to our kit sponsors, Smartish, their fantastic phone cases, FordSap, Beer Co-op, along with all of our sponsors here, making this tournament possible. After a year off, we are back for year number 2. We are underway, second half in this Women's Bowl semifinal between Gorilla in the pink, green, and black, going from right to left, and Rock in the black and purple. Tim, first half dominated by Rock. Possession and territory, they had it all, couldn't put points on the board. Now the question is for Rock, as we go to the first scrum of the second half, it'll be to the local side without their star try scorer. Who's going to step up?
You know, we saw some good efforts there on the outside, but just not able to finish. Really what they're going to have to do is continue to hold this possession, and that's really been the name of the game. If they can hold possession and work it down the field, what's really hurt them is bad passes right at the end. Here's a turnover from Gorilla, and they got space outside.
Gorilla looking to turn it into points, have the opportunity in the hands of Casey Lynch. Now back inside, Camille Biard. And there's another Rock player on.
Kayla Clark, big run, ran over one defender, pushed through a second. You see right here, thinned, charging over the second, and when she goes to dive, looks like just enough. Was that from number 6 there for Rock? Who is that?
It was indeed. You were right there. Gracie Sadler with the tackle.
A try-saving tackle. Looks like she just got enough backwards pressure on the ball to dislodge it as she dove over, and Clark unable to finish for the Gorillas, and really their best offensive showing of the game so far.
And Kayla Hunkin with a powerful run, bowling through the defenders, and looked like she had it. She was across the line, just couldn't down it, and give a ton of credit there to Gracie Sadler defensively. We remain scoreless.
So it looks like Rock getting a replacement on there for the injured player. And, you know, Gorillas are here 5 meters out, the deepest they've been in opposition territory. They've got to get points on the board here. And from what we've seen so far, maybe the decider.
Good to see Skaggs back on her feet for Rock. Big scrum.
Rock's not going to be able to afford to really dilly-dally with the ball down here, because any mistake can result in points for the opposition so quickly when you're this deep in your own territory.
Heels on their own goal line, a big push.
Referee dinging them for offsides there, so they're going to have to back up. They're going to lose that opportunity. See what they do with the quick tap here.
Rock will have to go the length of the pitch. They're certainly capable as Skaggs puts boot to ball, sends it the other way, takes a bounce for Rock.
A big fortuitous bounce there for Rock, all the way back to halfway. There's space to work with for the Gorillas.
Small's ball in hand, looks for a little chip over, does Biard. That one not taking the bounce she was looking for. Gorilla able to come up with it, but going backwards. Back with Biard.
Got the ball. Over.
Former NCAA hockey player trying to get something going for her side. There at the breakdown, Biard with it. Plenty of room here to the open side if they can move quickly.
Gorilla trying to do a good job of pushing it through the phases, but again, a simple drop pass, and that's going to put advantage back to Rock's favor. And yet again, just as they were for much of the first half, they're back on the Gorilla side of the field.
Casey Lynch that time, the Gorilla player who could not hold on. More changes coming, and one of those, well, Good to see back out on the pitch. Cawthon, as well as her teammate Reed, both injured in the first half. Now number 13 and number 1 in black and purple, both out on the pitch.
Yeah, good to see Cawthon coming back on. Looks like maybe she just got the wind knocked out of her, holding her ribs that she went off earlier, but back on the pitch and out on the wing, which is what you want to see if you're a Rock Rugby supporter.
That is exactly right. Number 13, she has been the one. Not saying that she doesn't have teammates who can do it, but certainly the most dangerous ball in hand. Rock yet to find points, just about 2.5 minutes remaining. Going around the side, Gracie Sadler, the fans on their feet. Sadler with the fin, brought down. Sadler almost lost it.
Great turnover by Gorillas there.
Stolen away at the breakdown. Fantastic work from Gorilla. It looks like Rock was off to the races, able to track her down, and then the poach at the breakdown from Gorilla.
Oh, going to get him for the knock there. That was Kaylin Hampton. You know, there was an extra man outside there to the right for the Gorillas, but great break off the backside there by Rock Rugby, but an even better covering tackle by the Gorillas, and quick turnover by number 4 right there for Gorillas. We happen not to have a number 4. And then passes out wide to right, and then another knock on for Gorillas, and Rock's back on attack about 10 meters out.
Unable to give credit where credit is due. Great job from Gorilla. This time they are pinged again. Biard pleading the case of Gorilla, but to no avail. Rock with maybe their best opportunity of this second half. Just 90 seconds remaining in the half. Can they find the points for the victory in this bowl semifinal? Across and down. There is the whistle. Try time, Rock Rugby.
Great charge up the middle, took that quick tap off the ground, and you could really tell with the look in her eye she was never going to pass that ball. So great job getting it here, quick show and go, and then powering over the defender and dotting it down directly underneath the posts. Should be an easy conversion here for Rock, but nothing's going to be easy with this win today.
Take a look, Immaculate Owiro right up against her opposite number, and the conversion is good. Owiro had eyes for the end goal area, and that ball was not going to leave her hands until she dotted it down. Rock 7-0 and under a minute, just over a minute remaining here. We will see what Gorilla can do. They are going to have to move quickly.
Gorilla's been able to do a good job of putting 3 to 4 phases together, but anything past that has generally resulted in a drop pass. And so unless they get a long break here, it's going to be really difficult for them to do anything here against Rock.
Stalemate going almost 13 minutes. Immaculate Owiro able to find the try for Rock. Now we'll see if they can hold on the local side in front of the local fans cheering them on.
Rock going with the deep kick and hits in before it goes out, so we'll have our first line out of the match here. And, you know, really, if you're the Gorillas here, you got to think this is it. This is the final play of the match. They're going to have to throw this in, take it cleanly, and go about 90 meters the opposite direction to try and tie.
Little time remaining. Gorilla, they will have to start things with a clean throw. They try to get through that Rock defense. That has been an issue for them all match long. Back with Smalls. Biard